The immortal John Hancock here, and boy, I've just been busy getting my expansion going, and wanted to talk about the overwhelming options coming this holiday season. Yes, it happens every year. Gamers around the world pretty much are wanting to choose their games that they want to play on their consoles or computers or whatever you're gaming on, and I'm just here to talk about it. It just seems like every year there's more and more options to game on, and it's overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't have a lot of time to play a ton of modern games. I typically pick a couple games every year, especially on my winter break. I'm gonna sit down, I'm hunker down, and play some modern games. I'm looking at the Samus Returns on the 3DS. Definitely Mario Odyssey is another pick of mine I think I'm going to try out. But holy cow. And so I'm just here to talk about some of the crazy options that gamers have to choose from. It just blows my mind. So I just think it's almost too much. I mean, every year it just seems like there's more and more options. And so, you know, you got your big console options. You got your PlayStation 4. You have now a PS4 Pro, which is what I have, and I like gaming on it. It's pretty cool. You also have the VR option for the PlayStation 4. It's not what I like to play on. I finally got to experience one, but you know, it looks like they're coming out with some other games, so you even have that as an option. So I mean, if you're a PlayStation owner, I mean, there's a ton of great indie games coming out, but you also got your mainstream titles such as Middle-earth, Shadow of War, Call of Duty, new Call of Duty, and the Battlefront 2 coming out. So, I mean, there's, you know, hundreds of other games coming out. So, if you're a PlayStation fan, you got it covered. You got it covered very well, actually. Xbox is kind of another crazy thing that they're doing this year. Is they're pretty much releasing, in my opinion, their next-gen console, the Xbox One X. And so, you know, it's $500, and you know, it plays games really pretty. Fortunately, it doesn't play anything new, and so I still think it's a good option for people that want to have, you know, the game on their 4K TV. Not my thing. I still think the Xbox One S is the way to go. There's going to be some crazy sales on it, and I still think that's a great option for gamers. And so, you know, for Xbox, you got some exclusives such as Cuphead coming out. It's kind of an exclusive shooter. There's not many exclusives coming out for Xbox, but I still think they got their bases covered with some of the mainstream titles, and I think you're going to be all right. As a media player, I still give the nod to Xbox, and so it'll be interesting to see how they sell this holiday. I mean, the early announcements, you know, and this is Microsoft spinning their own news, but they say that the Xbox One X is pre-selling well, but we'll see. Then you got the Switch. So let's talk about the Switch. And so Switch is coming out, and you know, it's going to be hard to find. So if you're a gamer and you're wanting to get a Switch, you know, whatever Nintendo says about making more, I still think it's going to be hard to find. And so they just announced the Mario Odyssey bundle. I'm sure everybody and their mom's going to want to get that, because there's a lot of people that are wanting to get the Nintendo Switch just for that game. So if you're smart, I'd get it early. And, you know, don't worry about saving some pennies. I think just finding one. I still, you know, this is what, 6 months into the Switch release, I still have yet to go to a local Walmart to see one, any Switches on the shelves. And they get them in, they sell them, but it's selling better than I thought. But it'll be interesting to see how it competes with PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But you know, again, this is not a video to compare and contrast, but there's just some crazy options for gamers out there this holiday season, and it's good. It's a good thing. To me, it's a little bit overwhelming. I was just sitting down and thinking about this and wanted to talk about it. All right. So let's not forget about the 3DS. I'm really happy that Nintendo hasn't forgot about their successful portable, and you know, they have some great games coming out. I'm most excited about Samus Returns. I think it's going to be a great remake of the Game Boy. I think it's out this Thursday. Yes, yeah, coming out tomorrow. but I did pre-order it, and I'm really looking forward to checking it out and gaming on it. And so, you know, I haven't forgot about PC gamers. I just heard that over 5,000 releases on Steam alone this year. That is nuts. So if you're a PC gamer, yeah, you have nothing to worry about. You have a majority of all the releases. And the nice thing is that you can customize it on your own gaming rig, and that's great. You know, I don't have a great computer, but I do game on my computer with some of the titles that require less. But yeah, you know, I still love playing my Torchlight on my PC, and it's a great game. So PC gamers, rejoice! You're not going anywhere. In fact, I just see more and more games being released on Steam. What a great service! I mean, that's just an awesome way of playing games and doesn't take up any space. So for people that just want to play games and not collect, there you go. So that's not to include, okay, so that's all like the current modern options out there to game. There's tons of stuff coming out on everything known to man. But then you have stuff that's still available at retail that might be really dirt cheap this holiday. Now, you have the Wii U. Now, several places are sold out of, I think, consoles and stuff. Every now and then you can find a place that still has some hardware. But the Wii U games should start to drop, and so this might be a great time to get Wii U stuff. I mean, if it's still out there, I went to a local Walmart. They still had a bunch of Wii U games. I mean, they can't keep them at 60 bucks. At some point, they're going to clearance those out and make way for Switch games. So then you have PS3 and 360 and PlayStation Vita. So again, I still see these games being sold in stores, in retail stores, and so there might be a great sale on some of this stuff, clearing out old stock. So if there's a game that you still game on your PS3 or your 360, this is going to be awesome. So you're going to clean house, and especially GameStop as well, or your local mom and pop indie store is going to have probably some awesome deals on that stuff. All right, so if that's not one of your options, then you have what I call modern retro options. So can't talk about the holiday without talking about the SNES Classic Mini. So Nintendo just recently announced that they're going to increase production. And so, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. So this is going to be probably one of the hot items because it's under 100 bucks and it has all the top tier Super NES classics made by Nintendo and top third-party stuff on one device, and 21 games, including the unreleased Star Fox 2. I know the ROM's out there, so you can play it that way. So anyways, tons of people really excited about this. I know there's some other people like, I'll just play on a game on my Raspberry Pi. So be it. So anyways, it's going to be a collectible. It's going to be something people are going to want to game on, and it's going to be a great product, and it's going to be sold out everywhere. So again, one of those things where there's so many things and there's only so much shelf space at retailers. I just think, this stuff, the hot stuff, the Switch Odyssey bundle, the SNES Classic Mini, even if you're looking for the Xbox One X, I don't know how many they're making. It may be hard to find. So if you're wanting something like this, my advice to you is purchase it early and call it good. Like, it's just going to be, don't wait to the last minute on this stuff. And there's great options for whatever you're into. I mean, seriously, there's great games on every single one of these consoles I talked about. Even the Vita, I have my thoughts about limited run games. It's not really my thing, but for people that, like to collect physical and they're still gaming on the Vita, it's a great option, and there's some awesome stuff coming out on it. So anyways, alright, so you got the SNES Classic Mini, but you also have AtGames is coming out with a bunch of products. A Flashback Portable for Atari, the Atari Flashback Gold 8 HD, and you have the Activision version, which is coming out, and then I soon will be getting a reviewer edition of that. So I'll look forward to checking that out. You also have the Sega Flashback console coming out, and hopefully they'll be updating that, and I'll be talking about that as well on my channel, hopefully, fingers crossed. So, I mean, that's it. I mean, there's probably some other things. Now, you notice I didn't talk about the Hyperkin's Retron 77. I haven't heard a single thing from them. I've asked, I've inquired. I have no update with the Retron 77. I don't know anything about it. Hyperkin, if you're hearing this, I'd love to hear back from you about what's going on with that. But can't recommend anything if I don't know anything about it, right? So hopefully it's coming out. I don't know. Maybe that's just, it's an overwhelming market right now. So maybe they're going to wait and release it in the spring. I don't know. I haven't heard a single thing about what's going on with that. So sorry I don't have any news about it. And that's that. And I mean, that's just coming out that's just what's available on retail shelves that's new this holiday season. And so that's not even in talking about the stuff that, you know, you go to a local mom and pop retro store, all the crazy awesome stuff that you might be able to score with their own holiday sales. So I'm curious from people who watch this, what are you gaming on? What do you plan on getting this holiday season? Are you overwhelmed? Are you going to just play your backlog? I mean, that's a whole other video about, you know, how big are people's backlogs these days. I mean, as you can see, for the people that ask, oh, you don't play everything, well, duh. I mean, I want to open up a video game museum, okay? You know, I kind of don't even consider myself a collector anymore. I consider myself more of an archivist. And so, of course, I don't play everything that I collect. That never was my intent. I play as much as I can, but, you know, I have, you know, over 40 years worth of gaming material around me. And so I love video games and I love everything about it, but I have limited time. You know, I'm a teacher by day, I'm a YouTuber in the afternoon, and then I'm a family man. So I spend time with my family, read to my kids, etc. So anyways, I am curious. So are you overwhelmed with the holiday choices? What are you asking for? Are you asking for anything? And what are your picks for this holiday? So I'd love to hear back from you. I love the diversity of the gamers that watch this channel. And, you know, I'm mostly a console guy, but my hat's off to Steam, and it's 5,000 releases this year. That's crazy. That is crazy. I never would have thought that. I mean, that's just an overwhelming amount of choices. So just want to thank everybody. If anybody who's taken time out of their day to watch any of my videos, my hat's off to people around the world for the wonderful comments. I'm just going to continue to do videos. I got a lot of stuff planned. I'm trying to balance my channel with having some talk videos so that I still can do 3 videos a week, but also want to do the collector videos. Now here's the truth of the matter. I do a collector video, and I love doing collector videos, but it's hard sometimes because, you know, some things are so obscure. It's like, you know, I don't want to fracture the people that want, you know, that watch this channel. So love to hear back from you on like what you would like to see. It's also a time thing. It's a lot easier to do a talk video versus, you know, pulling out a collector video, capturing some footage, etc. So I'm trying to balance that. I hear you loud and clear. I want to continue to do the collector thing and product reviews. I have gotten a lot of requests to do product reviews, and so I'd like to continue to do that. If you have a product you'd like me to look at, I might be interested depending on what it is. So it has to be a good fit for my channel. So anyways, long ramble. Thank you so much. Again, I'm overwhelmed by the positive comments from people, and love you folks. You're beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock. Take care.